Continuing from the last video, we have been asked to tell the equation of this line by putting in the form of y equals mx. The question is, what is m? What did I multiply every one of the sales by to determine the commission? Well, we were told that the salesperson earns 10% commission. Remember, I multiplied every one of these values times 10%. Well, but we changed 10% to a decimal. You never leave an equation that contains a percent. Change percent to decimal by moving 2 places to the left. So we multiplied every one of these numbers by 0.10, 100 times 0.10, 200 times 0.10, 300 times 0.10, and 400 times 0.10. So y equals to 0.10x. You may also see it written as y equals to 0.10x. Or you may even see it written as y equals to just 0.1x. All of those are the same. Whether you use just 0.10 or 0, you could put a 0 in front of the decimal, 0.10, or just 0.1. That's the same thing. So this is the equation that represents the graph. Now, next, I want us to look at a graph that was drawn that's a little different from ours. Same values. It's just, here again, you don't see a number in between 0 and 200. Therefore, this is halfway in between 0 and 200 would be 100. So it's like 0, 100, 200, 300, 400, just like ours. Here, each little marking represents 10 because you have 0, then 20, with a marking in between, halfway in between 0 and 20. Therefore, this is 10. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, so forth on. This is the same graph as mine. I just wanted to show you, just looks a little different as far as the markings go. The horizontal axis was sales. The vertical axis was commission. We multiplied each one of these numbers, each one of the sales, times 0.10, or remember, instead of writing y equals 0.10x, you could have a 0 in front of it. They just leave off the 0 at the end. They get y equals to 0.1x. You see, that's the answer they have there. That's the equation. The graph does pass through the origin. So if a salesperson makes no sales, they earn no commission. So the graph does show a proportional relationship between the amount of sales and the amount of commission. The graph does pass through the origin. The graph shows that every $100 worth of sales, the salesperson earns $10 in commission. Or for every $10 of sales, the salesperson earns $1 commission.